The wine was cool and the city lights were shining below. She held a glass of wine in her hand. The red wine looked dark under the moonlight. Her other hand rested on the railing. She looked calm, standing alone in the night, thinking to herself. She sipped on the wine, staring down at the town. The cold wind brushed through her hair, making it swing messily. She closed her eyes, inhaling the fresh air, trying to refresh her mind. I hope I'm not interrupting the quiet moment. Her head turned back as she heard an unfamiliar voice. She gazed behind only to find a man in a well-dressed suit, one hand in his pocket and other hand holding a wineglass. A strange grin spread across his face. She twitched her eyebrows while looking at him. Who are you? She questioned, and in reply he simply let out a chuckle before making his way towards her. Her eyes followed his movements as he shifted closer. A figure you should be familiar with, Miss Taehyung. She raised her eyebrow. He added again. Since our companies are among the best in the field. He said without looking at her, his eyes staring down at the town. She frowned her eyebrows before questioning again. Jeon Financial. He let out a chuckle before turning his gaze at her. That's right, myself, Jeon Jungkook. With a grin, he lifted his wineglass. She shifted her gaze towards the shining town again. She spoke without looking at him. Yoon, and may I know what brings you here? As she questioned, making him grin again. Jungkook thought to have some chat with my rival. As he replied, she looked at him with a stoic expression. He looked at her and grinned more firmly. Is that a bad idea? He questioned in a sarcasm tone. She looked away before sipping on her wine and spoke. Yoon, that's a terrible idea. I'm not here for anyone's entertainment. He let out a low and dark chuckle. Jungkook, very blunt, I see. Is this how all the Chase behave when someone approaches them to speak? Yoon, I don't know about the rest, but I definitely do. He did a light smirk looking at her from head to toe. Jungkook, I like the bad attitude, very impressive. A smirk played at the edge of his lips, not playful, but sharp and taunting. Yoon, just keep talking, you'll get to see more. She returned his stare with the same fearless intensity. It was kind of look rivals exchanged when neither planned to back down. On the other side, she stood by the counter, wineglass in her hand like everyone else, while the rest mingled, exchanging names, laughter, and small talk. She stared in her quiet world, watching everyone else like this was not really her thing. Her eyes shifted when a voice spoke up beside her. He wasn't looking at her, but his words were meant for her. Well, imagine my luck getting to meet the new CEO of Chai Financial. She gazed at him before averting her gaze again. She sipped on her wine unbothered, not giving him much attention, but surely listening to him. He stopped the waiter before handing over the empty wine glass and taking another. He gazed at her with his wine glass and other hand in his pocket. Congratulations on landing in second place in the business world. Must have taken a lot of effort. She let out a low annoyed chuckle before replying. And here I thought it must be quite disappointing for you. She turned to him, replying in the same sarcastic way. He gazed at her with a sharp intensity look, which she returned back. It's because you're not the one who holds the first position, Miss Payan. She let out a low chuckle once again before speaking back to him. Probably yes, but you don't predict the future, Mr. Taehyung. He clutched his jaw when she replied back to his provoking banter. Both of them shoot glares at each other before their intense moment interrupted by someone. Mr. J, here we go. We are here to introduce each of them, but see, they are already having a chat. Mr. J spoke, making Wyan and Taehyung shift back a little. Mr. John, it's good to see both of you already having some talk. Taehyung gave a forced smile to his dad before he did a bow towards Mr. J. So did Wyan to Mr. John. Both of them chuckled. Mr. John walked front and patted Taehyung's shoulder. Mr. John, meet my son, Mr. Che, Kim Taehyung. Taehyung did a tight-lipped smile, offering his hand to shake hands, but Mr. Che chuckled, pulling Taehyung in a slight hug. He patted Taehyung back before moving back. Mr. Che, and here is my first daughter, Che Wyan. Mr. John, nice to meet you, dear. Ryan managed to force a polite smile out of her. Mr. John chuckled before he spoke again. Mr. John, well, I can't see your other daughter. Didn't she attend? Mr. J, she was here a few minutes ago. He looked around before he smiled. There she is. He smiled before looking at the balcony direction, where both Yoon and Jungkook walked in their direction. Mr. Che, you both already knew each other. He questioned with a curious look. Jungkook did a grin and Yoon spoke. Yoon just had a small chat, Dad. Mr. Che nodded with a small smile. Mr. Che, Yoon dear, meet Mr. John and his son Taehyung. Mr. John and Jungkook meet Mr. Che and Wine. Well, you already know Yoon. Jungkook, hello sir. He shook hands with Mr. Che, maintaining a light smile. Mr. John, both Wine and Yoon performed well and led the company to second place. Wine and Yoon glanced at each other before giving a small smile. Mr. Che, of course, both of them have skills equal to any professional. Mr. Che said, holding a bright smile, where Jungkook and Taehyung held a nonchalant expression. Mr. John, we know four of you are competitive for everything you do, but for today, keep your business stuff aside and have a good talk with each other. Mr. Che, exactly. Mr. Che, cheers to ending top position. Mr. Che sighed, raising his wine glass. Rest of the other followed him and did a cheers. Time skip. Two of them were present in the living room doing their respective work. One typing on the laptop, her eyes were fixed on the screen as she twitched her eyebrows before typing again. The other one was on the call. Ryan, we will be discussing about it in tomorrow's meeting. Alright, thank you. She hung up the call from her side before lifting her head and gazing at Yoon, who was busy checking files and typing on laptop. Ryan, have you done with the project we have to present in tomorrow's meeting? Yoon, all done. She pointed at Ryan. Perfection, and she threw a wink, making her chuckle and shook her head. Ryan, good then. We are all set for tomorrow. It's going to be a big day, Yoon. There are many chances we can lead the top position by this partnership. Yoon, and we are not missing the chance. Their attention shifted when Mr. Che walked in the living room. Ryan, good morning, Dad. Mr. Che, good morning, chums. Already buried in the work? He said in a playful tone, making Ryan and Yoon chuckle. Mr. Che, well, can you both give me some minutes? I have to say something. Ryan, of course, Dad. What is it? She turned her body completely facing her dad. Mr. Che was about to speak, but then he noticed Yoon, who was still typing on the laptop. He placed his hand on the laptop before slowly closing it. Can you give me some minute, dear? Yoon chuckled. Pardon. What is it? She leaned back on the couch, relaxing her shoulders a bit. Mr. Che, well, you already met the Jeon family at the party, remember? Yoon, how can we forget them? She rolled her eyes. Ryan, what about them, Dad? Mr. Che, well, I don't want to rumble, so I'll keep this short. Ryan did you note? Yoon placed the coffee cup aside and focused on Mr. Che's words. Mr. Che, me and Mr. John decide to get you four into a marriage. Ryan and Yoon winded their eyes before standing up from their seats. Ryan and Yoon, what? They said in a sin. Mr. Che let out a chuckle, glazing up between both of them. Mr. Che, I can understand your confusion, but please calm down for a second. Take a seat. Wan glanced at Yun unsurely before settling back again. But Yun was still processing. Mr. Che, have a seat, my dear. Yun, but Dad, before she could say something, Mr. Che cut her off sentence. Mr. Che, let me speak. Yoon let out a huff before sitting back on the couch. Mr. Che glared between both of them before speaking again. I totally understand you both, but hear me once. Both Ryan and Yoon did a note wanting Mr. Che to continue. You both already know how powerful Jeon Financial is, as well their underworld. It's more famous and powerful than Justicia. Yun, but how does that relate to this marriage? She folded her arms to her chest. Mr. Che, good question. Dark Age, Aka Jia Financial and Justicia, Aka Che Financial. Everyone else know this both underworlds groups or business finances are the most reputed one. Imagine what will happen if the two shake hands with each other. We will be in the top one in whole Korea. Ryan, but Dad, we're already in the top second position. Mr. Che, you're right, my dear, but if you want to be top, it's the only way. Yun, what do you mean? We can't beat them? Mr. Che, not only us, no one can. Jeon Financial is the most leading one from the past 25 years. No one can ever pull them down. Yoon, if that is so, then we're happy to be in second. Vian, Yoon is right, Dad. We want to play fair. Mr. Che, he signed. You both got me wrong. That's not only motive behind this. There are other reasons as well. Yoon and Vian twitched their eyebrows. Vian, what do you mean, Dad? Mr. Che, our Elderworld group, Justisa, did many illegal activities just to make the frauds pay back. We are included in many dangerous activities. Some of them are even waiting for revenge. And being your father and single man in this family, I'm concerned about your safety. Keeping you both in protective hand is the only way I can derive relief. Yun, but Dad, we are not type to get hurt. We can fight back. We don't need a man for that. Why? We can protect ourselves. Mr. Che, I agree. But here the thing is not about a single person. Our enemies are not some kind of single person. There will be 100 of them. So, staying in unity is best to protect yourselves. Yun, come on, Dad. We still want to focus on our career. She shrugged her shoulder. Mr. Che, you can do that after marriage as well. Fine, but still, Dad. He let out a sign before getting up from his seat. Mr. Che, this is my final say. If you truly respect your father, then support this. That's all he said before turning away and leaving both of them confused. Yun and Vian glanced at each other. Yun was having a done face, while Vian was lost in her thoughts. Yun, seriously? She shrugged her shoulder before getting up from the couch and leaving the place. Vian stared blankly at nothing, not understanding what to decide.